You're thinking of buying the Samsung 970 Evo, and you've probably heard it's one of the best SSDs ever made. That's exactly what I'm here to review. But here's what surprised me. After months of daily driving this drive, I discovered some significant problems that Samsung doesn't advertise and most reviewers won't tell you about. Therefore, if you're about to spend your hard-earned cash, you need to see this first. For the best price, click the link in the description. Let's start with the obvious. This SSD has a near-perfect 4.9-star rating on Amazon. It promises blistering speeds up to 3,500 megabytes per second read, and it comes wrapped in the trust of the Samsung brand. It sounds like a no-brainer, but I'm not here to just read you the spec sheet. Therefore, we're going to dive into the real-world performance, the hidden quirks, and the specific situations where this drive might actually be a bad choice for you. Consider this your personal intervention before a potential tech mistake. First, the good stuff is genuinely impressive. Samsung's VNAND technology and that Phoenix controller aren't marketing fluff. When you're moving a massive 4K video file or loading a next-gen game, this thing screams. The sequential write speed of 2500 MB/s is not a lie. I timed it copying a 100 gigabyte project folder, and my coffee got cold before the progress bar finished. That's the kind of speed that changes your workflow. But here's the first major catch. Those headline numbers. They rely heavily on a feature called Intelligent TurboWrite. Think of it as a speed booster shot. Therefore, it uses a portion of your drive as a superfast buffer. This is great. However, what happens when that buffer fills up? The performance can drop dramatically. For the average user copying a few movies, you'll never notice. But if you're a content creator dumping hours of raw 8K footage from your camera in one go, the speed can plummet after a certain point. It's like a sports car that runs on premium fuel but switches to cooking oil after the first lap. This isn't a deal breaker, but it's a critical specification most people ignore. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, or rather, the heat in the motherboard. Samsung boasts about its dynamic thermal guard, and it mostly works. The drive has a nickel-coated controller and a heat spreader label to manage temperatures. But under sustained, heavy workloads, this drive gets hot. Really hot. I installed it in a compact ITX gaming PC with decent airflow, and during a long gaming session combined with a file transfer in the background, the temperatures were concerning. Therefore, if your laptop or desktop has poor ventilation, you might experience thermal throttling, where the drive slows itself down to avoid damage. This leads to our first joke. What did the hot SSD say to the motherboard? I'm too fast for my own chipset. You need to ensure your system can keep it cool, or you're not getting the performance you paid for. That 5-year warranty is fantastic, but frying your drive is a surefire way to test Samsung's customer service patience. This is a crucial problem for gamers and creators using slim laptops. The promise of next-gen speed comes with a hidden requirement for next-gen cooling. But wait, there's more. Let's discuss the software side. Samsung includes its Magician software, which is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's powerful for cloning your old drive, updating firmware, and running benchmarks so you can brag to your friends. The automatic firmware updates are a legit security benefit. On the other hand, it's another piece of bloatware-ish software running in the background. Therefore, if you're a minimalist who hates extra system tray icons, it's an annoyance. But ignoring it means missing out on crucial optimizations and that handy drive health monitoring. It feels like being forced to use a specific gas station to get the best mileage from your car. Now for the biggest potential problem and the main reason for this video's title. The Samsung 970 Evo is a PCIe Gen 3 drive. That's the key. But we are now firmly in the era of PCIe Gen 4 and even PCIe Gen 5. Therefore, if your motherboard supports the newer, faster standard, buying this drive means you're leaving performance on the table. You're building a racetrack but buying last year's model car. Newer drives like Samsung's own 980 Pro or competitors' models can nearly double those sequential read speeds on a supported system. So should you even consider the 970 Evo? Here's the contrarian snapback. Absolutely yes, for the right person. This drive is a legend for a reason. Its reliability is proven, and for the vast majority of users on older systems or even modern mid-range PCs without PCIe Gen 4, it is overkill in the best way. That 600 terabyte written endurance rating means it will likely outlast your entire PC build. Plus, that Adobe Creative Cloud 2-month membership offer for the 1TB and 2TB models is a sweet bonus if you're a photographer or editor. It's like getting a free appetizer with your steak dinner. Let me paint a clear picture of who should buy this. Are you upgrading an older gaming PC or laptop from a slow hard drive or SATA SSD? This drive will feel like a miracle. Are you on a budget but want top-tier Gen 3 performance from a brand you trust? Look no further. Are you intimidated by the plethora of SSD brands and just want a set-it-and-forget-it solution? The 970 Evo is your answer. It's the Toyota Camry of high-speed SSDs. Not the flashiest anymore, but incredibly dependable and more than powerful enough for daily life. Therefore, my final verdict is not don't buy. It's buy with informed eyes. The problems are real. Heat in confined spaces, potential performance drops after the buffer fills, and being a previous generation product. But for its price point, especially when on sale, it remains a stellar performer. The 5-year warranty is your safety net. Think of it this way. Buying a slightly slower but rock-solid SSD is better than buying a cutting-edge drive from a questionable brand that might vanish in a year. What's the second joke? How many tech reviewers does it take to screw in an SSD? One, but they'll talk for 20 minutes about the threading on the screw. I've run this drive through games, video edits, and daily tasks for months, and its consistency is its strongest feature. It just works. The problems I highlighted are edge cases for power users. For everyone else, it's a fantastic upgrade. So, should you buy it? If your system is PCIe Gen 3, yes. If you need a dependable workhorse and find it on sale, absolutely yes. But if you have a shiny new PCIe Gen 4 or Gen 5 motherboard and want to max out its potential, therefore, you should probably look at the newer generation. You wouldn't put regular gasoline in a Formula One car. Before we wrap up, remember the value. The performance optimization and data security features are no joke. The Magician software, while a bit extra, makes cloning your old drive so easy your grandma could do it. Well, maybe your tech-savvy grandma. Here's joke number 3. Why was the SSD a bad comedian? Its delivery was fast, but the cache was always empty. See, I told you there would be jokes. The point is, this is a complete premium package. In conclusion, the Samsung 970 Evo is a phenomenal product with a few caveats. It's not the newest, but it's tried, true, and terrifyingly fast for what it is. Don't buy it if you need the absolute latest tech. Do buy it if you want a reliable speed demon that will revitalize your PC without breaking the bank. The goal of this review wasn't to scare you away, but to arm you with the facts so you make the perfect choice for your needs. And for that, you can thank me later. Which brings us to joke number 4. What do you call an honest SSD review? A bite of reality. If you found this deep dive helpful, make sure to hit that like button. It helps more people find honest reviews like this one. And if you've decided the Samsung 970 Evo is the right drive for your setup, therefore, you can get the best possible price on Amazon right now by clicking the link I've left for you in the video description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.